Welcome back to Talking Lead. This is episode 96, and this episode's brought to you by the letter R and the number 13.
The letter R.
I'm trying to be like Sesame Street.
Have we reached out to a different audience now, a different demographic?
Yeah.
That we're trying to do?
Today we're going to talk about phonics and addition and subtraction.
We're talking strictly Nerf today.
We've got Left Hand the Grouch and...
I think you're the Grouch. I think you're the Grouch, mister.
I'm Big Bird.
You're Big Bird Grouch.
Or Snuffleupagus with all this hair.
I'm Cookie Monster, dude. I got a hollow leg.
And we got a special guest host. We got Dax Bruner from Cantu Bruner Designs with us today too.
Hey guys.
So Dax, who are we gonna make Dax? Dax is Elmo.
Elmo, yeah. Tickle me.
I think he should be the Count.
Tickle me.
Count Dax.
That'll work.
What you been up to, man? What you done with guns this week, Left Hand?
Well, it's that time of year, Christmas.
Yep.
Joy is in the air, and guns and gun parts are on sale. So I've been scouring the internet for deals on parts to finish my next two AR builds.
What are you building?
I'm going to build a 16-inch AR, 5.56, and then I'm going to build a pistol 5.56.
Nice.
An AR pistol. But, we've taken those Sonoran Desert Institute classes, and I've gotten some more course materials in for that, too. So I think I'm probably going to be starting my 1022 build also.
Sweet.
Cool.
So I got a lot of gunsmithing to do over the holidays.
Schmiffin.
Yeah, schmiffin. And then, of course, this weekend, we've got the Asymmetric Technologies little product kind of rollout that they're going to be doing up in Ohio that, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to, but I'm going to make that 7-hour jaunt. And,
we need to start giving everyone we meet my having the kids schedule.
There you go.
So they can book things around that.
Well,
now, there I go sounding arrogant.
Well, there we go having lives outside of Talking Lead. God forbid that.
Yeah.
Shame on you.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Shame on you.
Selfish bastard.
We need to live in the studio and not do anything else. People can slide us bread and water every day.
Yeah. Can't you take your kids with you? Come on, man. But you think you're 8-year-old and how old's
10, 9, and 3 about to turn 4.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, wouldn't they understand you not being there? Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially since we're decorating for the holidays this weekend, all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, so the hunting trip didn't pan out again this week.
Dude, I think the freaking hunting gods are against me. I don't know what it is.
The tooth fairy is against you is what it is.
So I get pneumonia 3 weeks ago, and it screws up my hunt I drove all the way to Alabama for. Then last year, of course, everybody knows the story. I didn't get a single thing, and I saw one doe and didn't shoot it.
I wasn't going to bring that up, but go ahead.
Yeah. Well, we had planned. I was pumped, man. I was like, I had all my stuff packed. I had it washed in the no scent wash. It was in my bucket full of dirt and leaves. I'm ready to go to Left Hand's property up to the Talking Leadhead boneyard.
Talking Leadhead Ranch.
Yeah, the Leadhead boneyard. And I'm all excited. And I'm eating breakfast. All of a sudden, my food that's typically not crunchy got really, really crunchy.
Uh-oh.
And apparently one of my teeth, the tooth that we talked about on the episode with Sherman House, the dentist, I procrastinated. I never went to him like he's told me to. And my tooth fell in half.
You know what it is?
Yeah, it was nasty.
You know what caused that?
What's that?
All the gluten you cut out of your diet.
That's what holds your teeth together, Z.
That's
Come
gluten. Gluten's like glue,
It's gluten. Yeah.
Yeah,
So there you go, kids.
It's in the name.
Keep gluten in your diet.
Yeah. So I texted him. I said, "Hey, can I come in?" He goes, "What happened?" I told him. He goes, "Yeah, get in here." So I went to the dentist, went to see Sherman, which I admit I have a horrible fear of dentists, almost equal with snakes. Almost. Not quite snakes, but Sherman's pretty good. And it may have been he and I talked about revolvers the whole time until he shoved needles in my mouth and stuff.
Well, it's good to have something in common with your doctor.
Yeah. So I did real good, but he had to excise the tooth. I think some bone chunks fell out of my jaw.
Does that mean he had to pull it, excise?
He cuts it in 3 pieces, and then he has it wasn't fun.
I just broke a sweat. God dang.
Yeah. Oh man, I was so embarrassed because when I got up after he was finished, my butt and the back of my legs and everything was just solid sweat.
Sweat, yeah.
Because I was just like, oh god. And the thing is, it didn't hurt. None of it hurt at all. It was just the sounds and the crunching and like my jawbone crunching and all that crap. Anyways.
Yeah, I saw the X-ray you put on Instagram.
Yeah. That
Damn,
was nasty.
son.
Yeah, and I wanted to clarify to people that was not my Sasquatch-esque mouth.
That's a big ass tooth.
It was huge. It looked like bigger than most people's heads.
Right?
He did say my roots were impressive.
I bet you say that to all the Squatches.
That's right.
Yeah, right. Well, I said it to my wife, and I said, honey, I think we found one.
What about you, Dax? You done anything cool this week, gun-wise?
Man, all I've done is make a bunch of pins. One thing I am doing, and you guys are going to want to be my father-in-law for this, but we got him a lower from Mike over at All-Star Tactical.
Yeah.
And, I gave him full reign. Whatever he wants to do to build it, he could build it, because I really lucked out with father-in-laws. And he's actually the guy that gave me my first lathe.
You have more than one father-in-law?
Well, I have an ex-father-in-law, but
okay.
we don't talk about that.
Okay.
But but anyway, so we gave that to him, and I just told him, I said, you tell me what you want, we'll build whatever you want, and he's working on that now. So that was kind of nice to be able to do that for him.
Nice.
Cool.
But other than that, man, we spend 18-hour days in the shop. It's
coming
cool.
up with new designs every week. Oh, speaking of which, I need to. My wife doesn't listen to the show. I can say this. I'm going to buy one of those Tiffany blue ones.
Okay.
I'm going to, hopefully, I'll be able to get my Skull 50 back if, I get her a nice ladylike one.
There you go. Yeah, we got plenty of them.
Speaking of, my stealth pin, the 308 pin that you made, is so stealthy, I can't find it.
Uh-oh.
I think it's ended up in somebody's purse.
Did it disappear like Zeke's did?
Yeah, mine got snagged at work.
Yeah, I think it did. I think Pepper has it in her purse.
Huh.
But
it's funny how that happens, isn't it?
Somebody's going to get their clavicle eaten out if they try to steal my zombie pin.
Yeah, well.
Wow. So you're just going to go straight zombie on them.
I am. I protect that thing like it's
just in case people don't know anatomy. The clavicle is the collarbone.
Yep,
that's right.
Because left hand goes. Somebody's going to get their clavicle eaten out. I mean, if somebody doesn't know anatomy, they may think a little perverted there.
Yeah,
that's where I went.
The gluten in my teeth is strong.
Yeah, his teeth are fine. No kidding. So we got new stuff coming out all the time. So just bear with me a little bit, Zeke, on the one we talked about.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I tell you what though, that's a good sign though, because your pins are so cool. They're very frequently stolen.
Yeah. I get a lot of repeat business because of that.
Yeah. I know Brandon had one of his stolen.
Yeah, he was not happy.
No, he was a ticked off camper. Yeah, so I was pretty pissed with the my ghost pin getting jacked.
Yeah, it's not a good thing.
No, well, I mean,
it's great for me.
Yeah, it's an awesome pin.
But they make great gifts. So isn't there a huge holiday or something like that coming up here in the next 2 or 3 weeks?
Something.
I believe we got Christmas coming up.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that would make a great gift for somebody.
It absolutely would.
Is a Cantu Bruner 308 or 50 BMG. Now, do you do any other calibers? Can you make pins?
We have in the past, but all of my tooling right now is set up for a 30 caliber casing. So, if it's a 30 caliber round, we can make it.
So for that father-in-law who's got everything, or
yep,
maybe brother or something like that. They took down a nice big deer. If you can get the shell case, send that to Dax. He could make a pretty cool stocking stuffer with that.
Yeah, we got a big run on antler pins lately. Like people send me a part of the rack and the round they used, and we'll make them a nice piece with that.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It smells like shit, but we do it anyway. That and buffalo horn. I had a guy up in Oklahoma just ordered 180 pins from us, 90 antler and 90 buffalo horn. Let me tell you something. That buffalo horn smells way worse than any antler I've ever cut into.
Really?
It's awful. I mean, it's awful. My wife was like, "You stay your ass outside, not coming in my house." It's like, okay,
I can imagine because we did some horn flasks at Iron Hammer Armory.
Oh, Lord.
Stunk. That smelled like a nasty fart.
Yeah, it's awful. It is awful.
And thinking that I'm going to be putting my liquid in that horn and drinking it,
Yeah, well, yeah. I wouldn't do it, but y'all go ahead.
Yeah.
Well, the one I made is it's good now. I mean, it's fine. What you got to do is you got to let it soak in like a real strong stout ale, and I guess it just soaks all that out, and then you're good to go.
Yeah. I'll be damned. Maybe I need to start making those.
There's a thought,
Yeah.
There you go.
The horn flask.
The horn flask.
Let's do the jackwagon train.
Toot toot.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Did you just go toot toot?
For the record, that was left hand.
Yes.
Dax did not toot.
We're about to launch one of the manliest men in the world, Arlie Ermy, saying something, and we hear toot toot.
It's called irony.
Don't you dare cut that.
I won't.
Hoorah, Semper Fi, do or die, hold 'em high at 8th and I. It is time for the talking lead jackwagon of the week, so brace yourself, baby.
Well, I think our jackwagons this week deserve a little feminine toot toot.
Huh?
What?
So who are they this week?
Well, it's not that we're picking on law enforcement by any means, but there are a couple of boneheaded police chiefs in the news lately.
Mm-hmm.
And one of those is Police Chief, what is his name?
Acevedo.
Thank you, Art Acevedo, which he's in Austin, Texas.
Damn it.
You wouldn't think we'd be getting jackwagons out of Texas, But he has suggested that if you know anybody who's a gun enthusiast, you should turn them in so that they can vet them properly. Them being the police station. So here's a little story on where's this come from? Greg Campbell, December the 4th. TPNN is the website that I'm on. It says, days after Larry McQuillan's shoot up buildings in Austin, Texas, Police Chief Art Acevedo warned the Austin community to turn in to the police friends and neighbors who harbor extreme views and who are gun enthusiasts. Acevedo discussed the recent shooting and claimed that what keeps him up at night is the prospect of homegrown terrorists like McQuillan's who harbor anger and have access to firearms. Okay, and it goes on and says, everybody wants to help stop violence and mass killings, but what Acevedo demonstrates is a shocking and anti-American sentiment. So this guy goes on to give his view of it. The quote is, I think, and why it's important for us as Americans to know our neighbors, know our families. Tell somebody, if you know somebody that is acting with a lot of hatred towards any particular group, especially if it's somebody you know is a gun enthusiast or is armed with these type of firearms, I don't know what that means, and they're showing any kind of propensity for hatred, it doesn't mean we're going to take them to jail, but we might want to vet these people. So, based on his suggestion right there, I should have been turned in last night because I was extremely angry when I was trying to get my contacts transferred from my old phone to my new phone at the Verizon store. I wasn't angry at the Verizon people. I was just frustrated because they couldn't get my contacts
This is
transferred, but I was extremely upset and irritated. And I had hatred toward Windows Microsoft at that point. But you know what?
He's finally coming around, people. He's finally coming around.
Even though I was armed, I had a gun on me, I didn't go around and start shooting people or shoot up a building because I was angry or upset.
You know, it's stuff like this is starting to scare the ever-loving out of me because this guy is trying to regulate our emotions now. I mean, we can't get angry.
Yeah,
because I own a firearm, I can't feel hatred towards somebody. I mean,
it's not good to have hatred towards anyone.
No, it's not. But I mean,
but people are going to harbor anger.
Everybody has their moments. You had it last night. You hated Microsoft, but you didn't go unload 5 magazines into the Microsoft corporate headquarters.
Right.
You're not going to do that. It's getting out of hand. Like I read an article last night about the Navy Jack flag. I don't know if everybody knows what that is, but back in the old days, in the beginning of the Navy, they had a red and white striped flag with a snake that said, "Don't tread on me." Mm-hmm. Well, a lot of the SEALs kind of adopted that, and they told them a few years back, hey, we no longer want you wearing that flag because that flag's also used by extremist groups and homegrown terrorists. And it's like, all of a sudden, because we don't want to be tread on by the government, and if we wear a flag or something that says that, we're extremists and have the potential to be homegrown terrorists. Mm-hmm. And that's another thing that's pissing me off is they're throwing around this terrorist word just to scare the scare the population. Yeah. And yes, there are terrorists. There are freaking true homegrown terrorists. There's foreign terrorists. There's people out there like that, but they like to use that word just to get people, riled up against something that they don't want around. And that's
there's even elementary school terrorists.
Oh yeah,
yeah. You know what I'm talking? I'm talking about school bullies.
School bullies.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, huh?
That's a terrorist. That's a terrorist.
Funny you say that. That left-handed a lady I'm friends with yesterday. Her son got suspended from school, and a kid. They got this on video. Another kid walked up, clocked him with a binder. Right. So the kid that got hit turned around and just decked this kid. I mean, he put it on him. Right.
Good for him. Yeah.
They suspended him from school. Yeah, they suspended both of them, but they suspended him from school
for defending
himself. Right. And all I could think of was when I was a kid, I had to deal with the bully, and I hit the dude with a pipe wrench. And I did, and that handled my bully problem, right? I didn't get in trouble.
You didn't get suspended
because he died.
Hell no. Well, he was bleeding in the floor, but
dead men tell no tales.
They called my dad. Dad come up and said, "You should have hit him again." So I mean, that's the difference now. And I ain't that old. I'm only 42. This wasn't that long ago, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, they suspended him for that?
Wow.
So, yeah.
Much too young to feel this damn old.
Yeah, right.
And, back to the police chief, he's way overcrossing his bounds coming up with things like that. Same thing with this other one you got,
yeah.
No, you've got one, don't you? In the Beloit, Wisconsin?
Yeah.
Beloit?
Beloit.
How do you...
Beloit.
Or Beloit or whatever.
Yeah, so the police chief up there is asking citizens to volunteer their homes to be searched by police for guns.
To discover guns.
That they may not know are there.
That they may not know are there.
Yeah.
I want to know how many people have actually volunteered. That'd be an interesting stat I'd like to see.
Well, the's since been, what's the word? Redacted, or he's going back on that policy or that request because he's been blasted on social media so much. It says there's an article. Looks like a BREITBART. How'd you say that?
EIEO.
Breitbart.com.
Breitbart, yeah.
Yeah, so it says on Monday, Breitbart News reported that Beloit, Wisconsin Police Chief Norm Jacobs asked city residents to volunteer to have their homes searched for guns, part of an effort to make them aware of gun violence. How that's going to make them aware of gun violence, who knows? On Tuesday, the Beloit Police Department announced that social media had run wild with the news and the offer had been retracted. When Jacobs announced the program, he made clear his conviction that gun violence should be handled in a manner similar to the way healthcare providers handle the outbreak of viruses.
Didn't he
claimed
say?
that.
Didn't he say it was like equivalent of Ebola?
I guess so, but I don't see how home searches help with viruses. But anyway, he claimed that education could end gun violence, and I agree with that, and believe police discovery of firearms in homes was a way to educate homeowners on the threats posed by guns, which I don't see that.
Nuttier than a squirrel turd right there.
Yeah. Let's see. According to the Examiner, Beloit City Manager Larry Arft announced the end of Jacob's program with the following statement. While the program was strictly voluntary and required a signed release before police could enter a residence, numerous individuals have expressed concerns about the fact that people's homes would be inspected or searched as part of the process. What part of that did they not understand, that they were going to come to your home? So, oh, you're actually going to come in our home?
Oh, damn.
Oh, my gosh. So for whatever reason, I guess it sunk in. It's one of those things when you say it out loud, it just sounds stupid.
Right?
It probably sounded good in his head, but then he came out and said it out loud.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless if it's voluntary or not, when you have the police chief, I mean, for somebody that's not thinking for themselves, that's just kind of going through life doing what they're told, if a police chief says, hey, we need everybody to voluntarily let us come in their house, how many people are going, oh, the cop said so, I need to let it happen? I mean, I'm sure a lot of people are doing that. Mm-hmm. The same thing with the guy down in freaking Austin, Texas. I'm surprised he hadn't got ousted.
I am too. I remember hearing this story because my wife came out and told me about it. She goes, you ain't gonna believe this. And I said, huh? Because down here, that does not play.
No,
I don't. I'll have to follow up on that one, guys, because I don't see how he could stay in.
Have you heard any news about Matthew McConaughey being allowed to stay in Texas?
Yeah, right. No kidding.
We just need to forget about that, right?
He should never be allowed to eat beef again.
Wait, I gotta say it right. We just need to forget about that, right?
Yeah, while you're driving a Lincoln playing with a booger, right?
Yeah.
He's a freaking stoner anyway. He don't know what he's saying half the time.
Yeah.
He's one of those feel good kind of people. He says
all
stuff
All right. Yeah. Love them redheads. Yeah.
Know what I like about high school girls? I get older, they stay the same age. That's not our viewpoint, people. That's a line from a movie called Dazed and Confused.
So yeah, we got I hate to attack the law enforcement community, but I'm sure that a lot of their fellow law enforcement people feel the same way about that.
Yep. So, the hell's our show going to be about this week? I guess we're running out of good ideas.
I guess we are running out.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah. I heard that about you. Oh
well.
Do.
On a serious note, what are we going to talk about?
Yeah, right. No, for real, guys. What are we doing?
Well, you brought Dax on. I thought he had us covered, man.
Oh yeah. Well, Dax, on social media, you said there's some cool announcements.
I got all kinds of stuff going on over here, man.
What's going on?
Well, I tell you, we first thing is we're going to launch a new website in January.
Okay.
Which nobody knows about, but now you do.
Now everybody does.
Now everybody knows.
Now all 12 people know.
Hey, I'll take them. I will take them.
Apparently we lost one, so we're down to 12.
Yeah, that 13. Sucks. It happens.
Yeah.
But like on Instagram, I'll lose 100 a week. But anyway, so that's the first thing, and that's the main thing at this point is that new website, because as you know, it's a lot of work, and I don't do that.
Now, it's not a different company or different something you're spawning off of Cantu Bruner. It's just a whole new.
It's just a new look.
Okay, so you're revamping.
Yeah, we're just cleaning it up because a lot of the stuff on our current website is stuff I took the picture in the garage right after I made it and just put it up. Thinking, hey, somebody might buy that, and it turns out a lot of people buy it. So I think it's only fair to make it look a little bit more professional, I guess.
Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's true too. That's what I was telling my wife too. I was like, well, at the same time, people seem to like that. So I don't know. We're gonna
seems to be doing pretty good there, honey.
Yeah, we're gonna clean it up and make it look a lot better in our opinion. So we'll put it out there and everybody can tell us. The other thing, well, there's a couple more things, but the other thing, as you guys know, we come out with these new Cerakote designs all the time, and We've teamed up with Zach over at Weapon Works. You familiar?
Mm-hmm.
He does all of our Cerakote now.
Okay.
He's the guy responsible for the Stormtrooper stuff and all that we've been putting out.
Nice.
So what I do is I'll send him like 300 or 400 casings at a time, and I'll leave him 50 aside. Say, okay, let's see what you got. So we've got a ton of those coming up, and I try not to release them on one on top of the other. I'll try to do maybe one a week or whatever. So I think we've got enough to get us through all of next year for a new design.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, if you're doing Star Wars related stuff, you better freaking stock up, because you're getting ready to get slammed with that new episode coming out.
Yeah, well,
Star Wars 7.
Did you see that last picture we put up, Zeke?
The white one?
Did. Yeah.
Yeah,
with the symbols and all on it.
Yep.
He did all that Cerakote with a stencil on his 308 shell casing.
Nice.
That's ridiculous. I don't know how he does it. I don't really care. Yeah,
is that on Instagram or is that on your website?
It's on Instagram.
It's on Instagram. It's not on the website yet because I don't even have the casings yet.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
It's got like the Rebel symbol up top, and then it's got 3 black bars on the casing.
On the bottom, yeah.
Oh, man, I'm telling you, you start gearing up for this Star Wars episode 7, you'll go through the roof with your sales, man.
I saw the Millennium Falcon in there in the new preview.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we know that Harrison Ford's in it because he broke his ankle filming it.
Yeah.
Well, all the Luke Skywalker's in it, Princess Leia's in it, Chewbacca, R2-D2, C-3PO, all the original people who played them.
Yeah, because this is after Return of the Jedi, right?
Yeah, this is like so we did a prequel to the original ones, and then now this is like, all right, here's what's happening now, I guess, kind of thing.
And it's done by J.J. Abrams now instead of George Lucas, which is going to be weird, but I think he'll do a good job.
Yeah, everybody seems excited about it.
Yeah, I'm anxious to see if any of their new blasters or whatever are going to be based on actual existing firearms.
Kind of like the
Han
first
Solos, and
based on the broom handle.
Yeah, and the Stormtroopers was based on who was telling us about that? Was it Sherman? I think it was Sherman was telling us about older, like World War I, World War II type firearms.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be nice. That's cool.
So I'm anxious to see what their new ones are going to look like. Of course, you saw the big controversy on the lightsaber in the trailer.
Yeah, with the broadsword,
the Claymore, kind of style sword where the sabers came out as handguards, kind of deal. And everybody's like, he'll cut his hand off.
That's not a good handguard.
Yeah.
You'll put your eye out.
Use another blade as your handguard. That makes zero sense.
Well, apparently he's a trained Jedi and he knows how to use it. So, I bet you $100 he don't cut his hand off.
Yeah, that's a sucker bet. All right. Well, then the next thing that I'm actually most excited about coming up, and I'm hoping we can get this done by January. We get asked a lot for tactical pins and things like that, and that's not something that we've really done in the past. But I now have a partner that has a 5-axis CNC machine, and we're gonna start out with a line of just a click pin, just a clicker pin, all aircraft aluminum. We're gonna do some polished stainless and a very, very limited run of tungsten.
Oh, those are gonna be lightweight and strong.
Yeah. So we're
way to go, infomercial left hand.
Ow!
Those are gonna be lightweight and strong.
All I need is a ShamWow microphone guy. But I teamed up with a guy named Ken Cottrell.
Whoa! What? Who?
Ken.
Okay.
Ken.
I thought you said Kim Cottrell.
Kim Cottrell.
Not Kim. We might need a spokesmodel, but
that is old school.
That is, oh boy, howdy. Anyway,
Sex in the City.
Sex in the City.
Yeah.
And, but anyway, I met Ken actually through Instagram, and he reached out, and we got it going. We're just trying to get the designs down where I like them. Because with these tactical pins that you see now, they're kind of clunky, they're kind of big, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna do something smaller, the size of a normal pin, with all the extras that you want. I just don't like the look of what's out there now, so we're going to make our own. Is what it boils down to.
So I've got another brilliant idea for you.
All right.
On another market, Zeke and I go all geek every now and again and talk about the comic book world. And with the explosion of the Marvel movies that are out right now, if you were to do like Iron Man pins, Captain America pins, if you could get with Sony and get some kind of license from them, holy shit, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, we could damn sure do that with that machine. You can we can make anything you want,
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
maybe I'll send you a couple to practice on.
If you sell at gun shows, you don't need a license.
That's true. That's true too.
You don't need a license.
Here's the thing about gun shows, though, because when we first started doing them, that was my big business plan, right? I was going to sell these at gun shows, and I was going to make $1 million, and everything was going to be great. The first gun show we did was in Mesquite, Texas, in a shithole.
Yeah.
And all we had a wooden box that my father-in-law made. No stands. We just threw pins in it, and I sold one that didn't even pay for the table.
Yeah, I remember you telling us about that.
And now we don't have the time to do a gun show. Well, so yeah,
it's so funny how you go to these gun shows, and you see stuff that's supposed to be licensed product. And it's kind of skewed just a little bit. Like I've seen a ton of knives.
Knives are terrible.
That are like, okay, yeah, that's a blatant ripoff of this one or this one or this one, and and some of them are actually pretty close quality wise.
Yeah, and those guys make a killing on that stuff.
Oh my gosh,
make a killing on it. Yeah,
but you know what I've noticed lately, especially I went to Bill Goodman's last weekend. Bill Goodman's is the big.
I have never been to that show.
It's a big one in Nashville. It's probably the biggest one Nashville has.
Oh, I know, but you'd think I'd been to it.
Yeah,
I've never been to it,
but. Used to, and when I say used to, even just a few years ago, back before Newtown, you could go and get really, really good deals at gun shows. Now it seems like gun shows are where they're ripping you off. Like I saw a Glock 42 for over $500, and I was like, "That's crazy."
Yeah, and they're selling the shit out of them too.
Yeah,
aren't they $399?
They're $425, something like that.
$490. I saw one for like $499 or $3. I think I saw $399 one advertised for at a gun store the other day.
Yeah, it's crazy the prices, and then some of them have like used ones. Now, not all of them, but there's some with the used oins, and they've got a freaking Mosin Nagant sitting there for $600. You're like, no, dude. Now there are some Mosins that are worth that. Like if you find one with the original sniper scope and the serial numbers match, I get that. I'll pay $600-700 for that. But just a plain old 9130,
yeah,
you're wrong.
As long as people are buying them, they're going to keep selling them.
Yeah.
Any gun show that I've been to, I've not found something that made me go, "Wow, this is a great deal. I should come to gun shows all the time." Most of the time, the overpriced and it's shit.
Yeah, that's true.
Not dogging all gun shows either. That's just the few that I've been to.
I love how you go to gun shows and most other industries. If you're in a position where you can haggle on the price, it's like, hey, how much you want for that? You tell them $300. Well, I'll give you $250, or I'll give you $200, and then you go $275, and it's like instant haggling. Gun shows, it's like, what are you asking for that? $300.
Yeah.
And all you get is, and they walk off.
Yeah.
Then they come back like 2 hours later. You still asking $300? It's like, what?
Yeah.
What do you want to offer me? Tell me now.
They would do that on pins too.
Yeah.
They go, what do you want for that? I was like, there's a sign right there. It says how much I want. And then my customer service skills are kind of questionable sometimes, or they'd come up and they'd say, why the hell would I buy a pin at a gun show? I was like, I don't know. I guess you wouldn't. Keep going. I don't really have time to talk to you if you're not buying something. Sorry.
For some reason, gun shows bring out that hardcore haggler. But what's funny is they have that hardcore, like, I hate everybody while they're haggling, but if they buy from you, Then all of a sudden they snap out of it. Oh man, I'm really excited to get this. You know, I hadn't had one of these. I was like, whoa, a minute ago I thought you were going to cut my throat because I asked you the wrong price.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Crazy.
It is crazy, but we had a lot of fun doing that. I mean, I learned how to handle rejection a lot. You know. Yeah. I learned sales. Doing that, so it was a great experience. But I'm glad I'm not doing it now.
So you're strictly pretty much online. You don't do any kind of trade shows or anything now, right?
No, that's the other thing. We've actually hired a salesperson that starts in January.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because I spent so much time just making them, and and I do a lot of social media stuff, but that takes up quite a lot of time. So the next step is to bring somebody on that's actually trained to do that. Yeah. And so she'll be starting in January. We're going to try to get into some retailers. We've already got some wholesale deals going. We've got a distribution deal with a company over in Dubai that's doing really well for us, and it's all exciting now.
Nice.
Put it to you this way: last year, when we talked last year, right, it was just me doing this.
Yeah.
And my wife has left her corporate job. She's running the business.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I now get the full garage, not just half of it, which is good. Awesome. And so, man, we couldn't be happier with it, and it's just up from here, I think.
Wait a minute, can I cut that whole clip out and use it to go sell to sponsors?
Yeah,
I'm just gonna say this is what we can do for you.
Yeah, do it. Absolutely do it. Say, when last we talked, I was this.
Yeah,
cut it.
Look at this guy. This guy had half a garage. Now he's got a whole garage.
Well, now we got a whole garage. We've got plans on building a new shop. We're doing great.
Y'all are moving right along.
We are. I try to control the growth as much as I can, because if we get too big too fast, I just won't be able to keep up. But
that's what she said.
Yeah, exactly. Damn, Marty, is that a 50 cal pin in your pocket? Yeah.
Yes.
Actually, it is.
Yeah.
Damn it.
I call it the zombie head. Yep.
I'm going to zombie head your forehead.
There you go.
Oh, my God.
Bam.
That just got really weird really fast.
Yeah. Well, we tend to do that when we talk. I don't understand it.
It's early in the morning, too, for us.
It is. It is fairly early, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, we're not recording our typical Thursday night. We're recording on Friday morning, so...
Yeah, so you may not hear this till Sunday.
That's the reason I sound like a pissed off, crotchety old man.
Yeah.
Sound like.
Oh.
I am, dadgummit.
Yeah.
So you got the whole garage now, which is the size of some of these gun shows now too.
That is true. Yeah, we bought that big laser engraver. About mid-year this year, which gives us the ability to really engrave on anything. The problem is we can't engrave on brass with it because it's reflective, and the way the speed has to be set. I don't know anything about it because I can't even turn the damn thing on, but my wife says, we need to buy a different engraver. It's like, crap. And those things ain't cheap.
Yeah.
So now we're looking at getting a fiber engraver, which is what a lot of people use to engrave metal, and I know for a fact that will engrave on brass. So that's something coming up as well.
Nice.
It's just a big expense that I have to think about. So but we're doing that. Yeah.
So as a salesperson, are you going to send them to different shows and stuff, gun shows, etc.?
Well, we'll probably do some trade shows because I hate to say it out loud, but we're going to try to target Cabela's and Bass Pro.
Okay.
Things like that. So there's some shows that she's aware of. Again, I don't really get into that until she tells me where I need to be. But that's the hope and that's the target. So we'll see.
Because I've noticed, and I'm going back to gun shows again, but I've noticed there's a lot more. What's the word I'm looking for? Broad spectrum of stuff available at gun shows now.
Yeah, there's a lot less guns.
Variety, thank you.
There's a lot less guns than there used to be.
Yeah, I mean, there's and the guns the guns would be at individuals. They want to sell 10, 12 guns. They buy a table and they lay them out. Now it's more the stores.
The stores, yeah.
Right, and they've just bought like 20 tables and they set up their store there. But I've seen stuff like we were set up at one for SDI, and the guy we were set up with had vapor stuff.
Yeah.
He had, a lot of survival stuff. That's, kind of a given at a gun show.
Right.
But I've even seen this one guy had a whole booth of the little helicopter drones, the little quadcopter drones.
Really?
That's all he had. And he was selling
crazy.
a ton of them. But
Yeah.
now that was something that was overpriced.
Really?
The one he had with the camera that was the bigger quadcopter, I've seen one about the same size at, like a Target or something. It's like $100. He was selling it for $400. I was like,
oh yeah,
that's jack. No way.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's lots of different things. I don't know. I don't understand what it is. I don't know if it's because some of the gun shops are getting a little more progressive and aggressive with their prices, so they're getting better prices. Mm-hmm. So the gun shows aren't making as much. I don't know, but they've changed.
Sure.
It's like anything that starts off kind of grassroots and then starts getting bigger and bigger, and you get a bigger audience. People see opportunity. All right, I've got a big group of people here. What else might they want while they're here?
Yeah.
It's just the entrepreneurship mentality, Right. What else can I sell these people?
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm all about that. But a funny gun show story, the first one that we did that I was telling you about earlier, they set me up next to a Scentsy lady.
Oh, really?
She was selling Scentsy candles at the gun show. Let me tell you something. She kicked the crap out of me. Because what would happen was the guys that were there to buy a gun,
their wives were with them.
Their wives wanted that Scentsy stuff, so they'd buy it for them so they could go buy their gun.
Ah.
Yeah, it was a great.
That's actually brilliant marketing.
Oh yeah, she sold out in 2 days.
Wow.
I'm sitting there thinking, well, my stuff's cooler than that,
Yeah.
Crying in your beer, so to speak. But yeah, she had it wired, man.
Yeah, the vape guy that was with us in our booth. Actually, Marty, you know him too. Chris Martin, Aim Straight Shooting Supply, out of Lebanon.
Yeah.
So
not really, but yeah.
But
sure.
You met him at the Barry's place getting the vinyl wrap.
Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah, Martin.
Yeah, Chris Martin. He set me up with the vape thing because everybody knows I've been trying to quit dip off and on, and the nicotine gum was horrible. That just made it worse because you're getting the same oral fixation with a little bit more nicotine probably than the dip was. But I had a horrible cough because I had pneumonia a couple weeks ago. Well, I started doing this vape thing to get the nicotine. My lungs, I haven't coughed in a week. It's kind of weird. And I'm not going to make any medical claims or anything, but you are holding a handheld humidifier, basically.
Yeah,
it's just
I think you should play the tape back because you've been coughing this whole time.
I have not.
I didn't want to say anything.
Dax.
It's aggravating out of me.
Have I really coughed?
You've been coughing, yeah.
Today?
Yeah.
I don't think I have.
When you listen to the show, you'll see.
Okay. You may be the one listening because I've got a coach.
Well, the only reason I notice is because it blares my ears when you do it.
Oh, gotcha.
On these headsets that are so sensitive.
Exactly. You should get some bows. These are nice.
but speaking of annoying, moms demand action.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
They are targeting certain grocery stores, Kroger being one of those, who
I've been
have
working them for a while.
Who have been holding their ground, not giving in to these ninnies. So in an ongoing campaign to shame Kroger grocery stores into barring law-abiding citizens from openly carrying guns for self-defense, Moms Demand Action for Gun Sense in America has launched the 12 Days of Kroger.
Oh, damn.
So their campaign is going to be targeting Kroger, Fred Meyer, Harris Teeter grocery stores, and comes after all three restated their commitment to their current gun policies.
Well, Kroger, did you hear about what happened to them since they stood their ground against Moms Demand Action?
Their sales went up.
Their sales went up by 23%, I think is what it was.
Right. So this is my point.
Can they target me?
For our listeners? They can target anybody they want to, apparently. I mean, these people, Moms Demand Action are terrorists. They try to go in and they try to bully companies and corporations to bend to their will, by trying to hurt their sales.
We didn't get them
by
to
going
target
in and
us.
blasting them.
We need to get them
Yeah,
to target
So our
us.
sales will go up.
Yeah, get
Yeah,
more
I
ratings.
definitely
Yeah.
need them to target me. So if you broads are listening, come after me.
Yeah.
I will take you on, no problem.
But this is serious. I mean, we need to give these businesses our support. You need to go into
Absolutely.
Fred Meyer, Harris Teeter, because they have publicly stated that they are committed to sticking to their policies that allow customers to carry firearms openly in the states and municipality where open carry of firearms is legal.
Now, when
So-
we say give them your support, please don't go walking into Kroger with the AR slung over your shoulder
Yeah.
in your
Say
hands.
give them your support. Shoot them a email on their social media or
Or go buy everything
post, and let them know that you are going to be doing your Christmas shopping, your day-to-day shopping. You're going to patronize their stores. You're going to help.
there. Thank them for letting you exercise your Second Amendment right, and
Yep.
you will be buying all your groceries from X, Y, or Z.
Absolutely.
So the only way that these Deanies get any kind of ground is when, if their sales were hurt, I guarantee you they would bend their will and they would retract their policy and
Did you just call them meanies?
no ninnies.
Oh,
Ninnies. Yeah.
you big meanie.
Bunch of clucking hens, I swear.
Well, they're terrorists is what they are. Let's call them what they are.
Yeah,
They
they're
really
fear.
are.
That-
'Cause they're
they are.
targeting a
They're-
specific group.
Yep, the definition of terrorism is creating fear in a population, and that's what they're doing. They're trying to create fear over gun owners.
Exactly. Well, not only that, but they're trying to create fear in these businesses and these corporations that says, "Hey, we're the moms, we're the people who go out and do the grocery shopping. If you don't bend to our will, then
You know what?
you're going to lose our business." But guess what? In your face, you ninnies, because Kroger sales went up like 12%, something like
I thought
that.
it was more. I thought it was 20s, something.
It may
I
have
could be
been.
wrong, but
But
It was like 17 or 27%, something like that. I don't know, but
yeah.
that's what we've got. That's things that we can do as Second Amendment proponents.
Nana boo boo, stick your head in the boo.
Is
Right.
show our support to these companies where these anti gun people are going and try to cause harm in their business, their day-to-day businesses.
I'd like to see. I'd like to see where Dick's is at from when they took their ARs off the shelf and said they weren't going to support the sale of quote unquote assault rifles,
Yeah.
and where they are now. I will admit, I'll be man enough to admit I have slipped up and bought a couple things in there like shoes,
What?
tennis shoes before.
Man.
But I've stood my ground for the most part. So
No. They still sell firearms,
they still do, but they
know,
refuse to sell
but they
assault
refuse-
rifles.
Right. Which, I think we're probably going to see a change in that demeanor as well.
Well, Academy doubled their sales because of that deal.
Oh, they were proud that Dick's did that. They were
Yep.
pleased. as
Heck
punch.
yeah.
They're
Hell
like,
yeah, I would
they're
be
like,
too.
we wish Bass would do that too, is what they said.
Yeah.
I bet they did.
They're like, yeah, come on, more of you do that.
Yeah,
Y'all, everybody keeps doing that. They're going to end up in half a garage working there.
yeah, by God.
Soon
Be
after
smoking
that,
buildings for my new shop.
Yeah, there you go.
soon after Dick's did that, we read that article about how they were trying to open up a spinoff company where they were going to sell the modern sporting rifles, the ban list so-called guns in that store.
Really.
I don't think it ever came through, but
They're just trying to appease us.
they're on my list. So I don't shop at Dick's since then. Haven't since then.
You hadn't looked at Dick since then?
Just my own.
Talking to
Zombie
the
head.
store. Perv.
Oh, so once again, if those broads would like to target me, that is Cantu Bruner Designs.
Those broads.
Yeah.
I was trying to be more, what's the word? PC, correct? Calling them ninnies.
Yeah, I don't care.
Broads.
They're broads to me.
Well, Dax, Christmas is coming up. How do they get some pins for their family members? Because that, I'll be honest, that little Tiffany blue one, a lot of wives and girlfriends would probably dig that for Christmas.
Yeah.
If they're into guns, too.
I have sold a ton of them. Website is www.cantubrunerdesigns.com. So that's CANTUBRUNER cantoobrunerdesigns.com.
Nice.
Yep. Social media, mainly Instagram, is Cantu Bruner Designs.
You can do it.
It is Cantu Bruner Designs. Facebook's the same, and Twitter is Cantu Bruner Designs, but it's spelled CANTUBRUNERDSNS.
Nice.
I can't wait to see that Captain America Cantu Bruner pen in my hand.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I want the Hulk one.
Hell, me neither. Well, hey, we've got just for left hand, because I hadn't thought about it until I sent you that 50 cal. But we are doing a zombie green 308.
Oh,
Yeah, so it.
Awesome.
In fact, I should have those casings today.
I think Dax just extended his sponsorship by another year.
Hey,
Ow!
he just extended something else too.
Damn, son.
Left hand really likes zombies.
I had no idea.
Well, now we're going to do what we said we were going to do at the beginning, but we forgot. We always say we're going to do our sponsors first, and then we forget.
We're going to do them.
We start talking. But we got a new sponsor, Asymmetric Technologies, and their ASP, Artificial Shoulder Pocket.
Shoulder Pocket, yeah,
Yep.
which we misnamed on our last episode, but they changed the name on us.
Yes.
I'm
But
not going to take full responsibility of that.
It is the Artificial Shoulder Pocket.
Yeah, and you can go to our YouTube channel, and we've got a cool little demonstration video of the product there. And that's what we're going up to Ohio this weekend for, is they're going to be doing a little promotional video for that they invited us to be in.
Nice.
Awesome.
Do we actually have to say Cantu Bruner Design since he had the whole freaking show?
We'll save him for last.
Yes.
Well, we got our bandwidth sponsor, SDI, SDI.edu, Sonoran Desert Institute School of Firearms Technology, if you want to get your associates in firearms technology or your advanced gunsmithing certificate.
You know, that would make a great Christmas present for somebody, too.
It's going to for a few of my family members.
Yeah,
Nice.
I mean, if you're looking for a really unique gift, that would be one right there.
Yep.
Yeah, it would.
Plus, you're giving the gift of education.
Yep. And you can get the armorer's course for fairly inexpensive. So
Yeah.
Sweet.
ICE Training, ICEtraining.us. Go there and check out Rob Pincus's training videos. They've got some cool gift ideas there for Christmas too, with the belly band holsters. ICEtraining.us, and check out their training schedule. That's another great Christmas present that you could give the gun lover, is gun training.
yep.
Mm-hmm.
Go check out their schedule and their pricing at ICEtraining.us.
Anybody out there that wants to buy me a Christmas gift, please get me a certificate to All or Nothing Tattoo Studios. I want to start my sleeve before shot, hopefully. allornothingtattoo.com and their very gun-friendly merchandise store, strangleholdmerch.com.
Maybe your brother-in-law could gift you that, since he owns the joint.
I ain't asking. I'm not going to ask for that.
People are all the time wanting, what do you want for Christmas? What do you want for what? He put a nice little Santa Claus on your arm.
A Santa Claus on my arm.
Yeah. So what kind of sleeve you gonna get?
I'm going to, I used to have an idea what I was going to do the Asian style, the dragons and koi and stuff. But since I've did the whole family lineage and found the Viking background, I'm going to get some Viking related stuff.
You could do some tribal shit, huh?
Yeah, maybe not the Marvel Mjolnir hammer, but the old Viking Mjolnir, kind of like Martin uses in his logo.
The Manamana
hammer.
Yeah.
And then there's a Viking style of dragon drawings that I think is kind of cool. So maybe a dragon wrapping around my sleeve. So
there's another cool pin idea. Just saying.
There you go.
There you go.
Just saying.
I'm writing this down, by the way.
The Hammer of Thor.
You're writing down what to buy a certificate from Brandon.
A Norse god line of pins.
Yeah.
Holder and Green Professional Real Estate Services. HG Press for all your Middle Tennessee real estate needs. Give those gun-friendly guys and girls a call at 1-800-615-1840, extension 2222. And especially for our veterans out there, give them a call, and they can get you in touch with the appropriate people to help you use your VA benefits and use your VA loan.
And I met this guy at the gun show last week. He does bullet pins. It's Billy Bob's Pin Works.
Oh, damn.
Competition.
I'm kidding. I don't know if there is a
guys,
Billy
I'm right
Bob.
here.
If there's a Billy Bob's Pin Works, I'm sorry, Dax. But
Don't be.
let's see. You do your own plug. You do. Let's say our first time of our sponsor like mentioning himself.
All right.
See if you can do it like we always do it.
It's really not our first time.
Yeah, he's done it the whole show. And silent.
Go.
Action.
Yeah, right.
He's looking for a script.
Cantu Bruner Designs, Cantu, all of your bullet pins needs. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Hello?
nice.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we got you.
Okay.
Are you
All right,
there?
cool.
Are you there?
And
Is this thing on?
don't forget Savoy Leather, Jeremiah Savoy, and he can put just about anything, even ho 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 Merry Christmas, as long as it's the Santa ho ho ho.
Yeah, there were no profanities on those.
No, not at all.
And 1776 United, go there to get our Talking Lead swag. They are having a 30% off. I think it's store wide till the end of the year. So you can get those really soft Talking Lead logo T-shirts. And
I thought you were making a joke about me being fat.
Man,
You can get
What
that really
does-
soft Talking Lead.
he just sold the hell out of them shirts.
no, I'm telling you, man, that's got to be the most comfortable T-shirt I've ever put on my body.
Wow.
What material are those made out of, Zeke? Do you know?
Sexy.
Kitten
Yeah,
fur.
something sexy.
It's made
I
out
don't
of
know.
sexy. That's it.
But it's
Material's just sexy.
But we're soon to be getting patches, hats, sweatshirts, dogs.
Yeah.
Even dogs love them.
Yes. He was chiming in. He was like, Mosen said, yes.
Yes.
1776united.com. 30% off till the end of the year.
Well, Dax, congrats for graduating up into a full garage, not
I
just
know,
a half
it's great.
garage.
Yeah.
And appreciate you coming on the show, man.
You bet. Thanks for having me, guys.
You remember the sign off?
Talking to you, buddy.
I do. I remember.
And as always, left hand, keep your love with you.
Sorry.
Check it. And as always, left hand, keep your loved ones close.
And your firearms closer.